Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. So today I'm creating another budget for one of you guys, and thank you so much for submitting your budgets. And if you're interested in me going over your budgets, please send me your name, career, how much you make annually, and what your money goals are, and of course, your monthly budget to budgeting@ramseysolutions.com. So today I'm going to be creating a budget for Anne, and she has a monthly income of $3,200 before taxes. So budgeting for the first time can be kind of intimidating, but I truly believe that anyone at any income can win with money as long as you have a plan. So thank you so much to Anne for letting me use your real life income and expenses as an example of this. And I know this will be helpful, hopefully, to some of you who want to give budgeting a try. But you might be a little skeptical for some reason, so hopefully this will paint you a good picture. But before we start, I want to tell you about one of my favorite games that I'm playing right now with my family, and that is Telestrations. Telestrations is a really fun game. It's really easy to understand. It's really easy to play. And if your kids can read and write, they qualify to play, but you can play with them all the way up to the grandparents. But everyone has a really good time with this game. You don't have to be an artist to do this. It is really fun, easy to learn. So start making memories today and get Telestrations at Walmart or wherever you buy board games. All right, so that you guys can follow along with this example, I'm going to use our budgeting app, EveryDollar. It's an app that I use every month, and to give you some more backstory on this lovely person who's allowing me to look over her and her husband's budget. So Anne is married with one child. She is a banker from Georgia, and her husband is a USA weightlifting coach. Very cool. And they have a small gym business. So right now her husband isn't able to pay himself, but they're hopeful that soon he will. But in the interim, they're operating off of her income of $3,200 a month. That equals $38,400 annually. And she and her husband have been saving for an emergency fund, but they want to start paying off their debt. So her money goal is to pay off debt and be able to save enough money so that she doesn't have to live paycheck to paycheck, which I think is a great reason why she wants to start budgeting. And knowing your why when you're budgeting or getting out of debt is really big, you guys. That's the thing that keeps you motivated. So if that paycheck to paycheck living is feeling draining and you're like, I want it to change, budgeting is one of those things that's going to help you see your whole financial picture. So let's take a look at Anne's budget. So we're here on EveryDollar. And again, the numbers she gave us were gross. So this was before taxes. So everything you see on here is after taxes. So what actually hits her account here, one paycheck of $1,300, selling some household items for $140. So they have $2,800 to work with. So as we go down the list, I first see that they're not giving right now. And you guys, giving is something that I am just like really passionate about. It's something that I really believe helps you when it comes to just who you are and how to see life. And I always say to give a little until you can give a lot. But here I would start by giving, I would say 10%. So we'll just start off with $280 to practice giving and start that habit. So giving to something I think is really key. So their emergency fund is taken care of. So we're gonna go down, see their rent or mortgage, $756. That looks good. Electricity, internet, gas for the car, groceries, $350, phone, hair cosmetic subscriptions, $40 for miscellaneous, doctor's visits, health insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, good, and then her debt. Okay, so they have a pretty slim budget, as you guys can see. I mean, there's not a ton going out, but you'll also see that they have, some payments here that they're paying. And you see all this right here, you guys, those are hundreds of dollars that are going to minimum payments. And that's what debt can do. It can feel like it's just eating up your income. So what we're going to do here is that they're in a place that they are over budget by $85. So we have to get that budget accurate. And I'll be honest, there's not a lot of places right here I would cut. I mean, her expenses are really low. If anything, I'm scared that it's a little too low, that there's not really margin for error, because what I do love to have is that miscellaneous category of $40, which is great. So I'm hoping that's going to keep them on track throughout the month. So the biggest thing here, honestly, that I see is having to get this income up. So this is either going to have to be with her husband. I know that he has a gym and he's not paying himself right now. But if there's a way that to get the business in a place, I'm going to put husband's paycheck to see, like, I mean, even if he can bring in $500 a month, that's going to be something. And then the truth is, too, in order to get really ahead of paying off debt, we talk about cutting expenses, which again, there's not much to cut here. The other end of the equation is looking at your income. And so if I were coaching them, and I would say, hey, for a short period of time, let's take a part-time job. And if you can make, if you can work 12 extra hours a week at $20 an hour, I mean, that's $960, you guys. So even getting that, I'm gonna just put side hustle here. And for a few months, be just trying to bring in $1,000, because what you're gonna be able to see is how quickly they're gonna be able to knock out that debt. So even just those changes, that's $1,400 that they have to pay off debt. And I'm gonna put it all towards this debt, which is really exciting because again, they're gonna be able to pay off this Apple credit card. So let's just pretend that, they pay that off. That means they're gonna have $467 left to put towards the Loft card. And then what's wild is you keep this up, right? So then you go and you look in October, that's October. Let's pretend that this is November. Everything stays the same. And they have $1,400 left to pay that off. So that's gonna take them 2 months to pay that off. So by December, the Loft card is gone. So that's out of here. And then they've got a $6,000 loan. And again, they've freed up $1,500. They have freed up $1,500. And then let's say that they go crazy and over the holidays, they pick up some extra. And let's say, maybe she takes a side hustle in December, right? We're looking ahead. This is the key when you're planning, is to see where can we get some extra cash? Where can we dream? So let's say, she gets $500 here. Let's say the gym starts picking up some money and he's able to bring home now $800 a month through his work. So now they have $2,300 that's open. So then they're going to go and put that towards this. That means they'll get that, hopefully paid off in 3 months. That's, we're in March now. And you watch this stuff start ticking away. And what's great is when that's paid off, that minimum payment's going to roll over to this one. So then we're looking at another, I don't know, I'm going to say 3 months there. So it's March, April, May, June. So in June. So by June, they could be completely debt-free. Isn't that wild, you guys? Now that's working an extra job or even 2 jobs for a while, but just a short period of time when you start gaining that momentum, that's what's wild. And any extra money, maybe she gets a raise, right? Maybe she gets a raise and she can, maybe put some more money towards that debt. But the power here is planning ahead and seeing what is to come, because this idea of having all of those debts they had listed, it just can feel overwhelming where you're like, oh my gosh, that's just like all this credit card debt. But when you start putting numbers to it, you can see, okay, keeping the sacrifice is huge. And then the best part, this is what I love, when you're like, we're completely debt free, you got $2,700. So maybe they say, you know what, we're gonna cut the side hustle for now, take that out. Maybe one of them does a little bit of a side hustle, and hopefully, 6 months that starts bringing in some money. And then you see they got almost $2,000 to save up for their emergency funds. And then after that's done, that they have that margin to go and use towards their lifestyle. And it's all theirs and there's no financial hole. They're not in debt at all. So that's the power of what a budget can do. That's what I love so much. And the great thing about Every Dollar too is when those transactions come in, if they sync it up to their bank account and use Every Dollar Premium, those transactions come in and they're able to sync it to where it is. So here, I just want to show you how you can do this manually. So let's say they go grocery shopping and it's like, $115. And then they went to Publix to go grocery shopping and they're going to put this line item in groceries, track expense, and then you go down to where you see groceries and looky there. So then you can click on this. You can see what's remaining. They have $235 left in that budget category. So that's the great thing. Now, if you have Every Dollar Premium, again, it attaches to your bank account, so those transactions come in automatically. But if not, you can just manually put in those. You can keep track of everything, stay the course, and meet your financial goals that you want. And for them, it's becoming debt-free, which could happen in 9 months or even sooner if they really get to it. So it's really exciting. I'm excited for her because especially when it comes to their income, it can only go up because hopefully this gym starts making money or maybe she gets a raise so they get that side hustle. And it's a lot of work. But for that short period of time, it's worth it. So, Anne, thank you so much again for offering up your budget. And there's never any shame around money around here because it takes a lot of courage for others to look at your progress and look at where you're at. And if you're interested in knowing more about budgeting or maybe even giving it a try for the first time, check out the EveryDollar app. So there's the completely free version to download, or you can check out EveryDollar Premium, but I will leave a link in the description so you can check it out. And send this video to a friend who needs some budgeting inspiration or encouragement. And remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.